The future looks optimistic, and that kept the bulls buying on Friday. The outside equities, many of them were able to stay well within the green, despite the fact the latest Department of Labor numbers showed 20.5 million Americans filed for unemployment in the month of April. Although that's a big number, it was still below analysts' expectations and kept the bulls in the hunt. Now, late Thursday into early Friday, U.S. and Chinese trade negotiators said they worked on the phone to try and clear up some of the trade tensions that we saw going into this week. Unfortunately, President Trump says he's still leery about the possibility of China meeting its Phase 1 trade deal obligations. In the grain department, it was mixed to mostly higher by the close. Wheat was lower much of the day, but we did see quite the little rally come in towards the close on the Kansas City wheat contracts. Weather, along with trade, weighing on traders' minds. Weather being the fact that a polar vortex looks to move across northern states coming into this weekend, freezing temperatures along with it, and states that already are pretty far ahead of their 5-year average on the planting in numbers, and some of that crop even starting to emerge. So we'll have to see next week just how much damage it does. On the trade side, 120,000 metric tons of soybeans were sold to unknown destinations this morning, some expecting that to be China dipping their toe in to try and meet those Phase 1 trade obligations. Now, as we see December corn settling 335 3/4, November new crop soybeans will settle 855 1/2, while July Chicago wheat futures settled 522 even. July Kansas City wheat futures settle at 480 even. In the livestock trade, cattle broke their winning streak today, but we did see the June live cattle close in the green as all the deferred contracts are now above $1 outside of the June contract. We also saw a pretty strong cash cattle movement in the country in the afternoon at $1.15 live, $15 higher than last week's weighted average. The June live cattle lean hog spread is also starting to near $35. June live cattle futures will settle $94.65, while August feeder cattle futures will settle $1.3695, and June lean hogs will settle at $61.70. That is a wrap up for this week's trade. We'll be back next week with more information and tracking to see just what happens this weekend and if there's fireworks to start next week. You have a great afternoon and a great weekend.